Hi, my name is Borawski. I'm the export manager in SaMASZ Poland. Today I would like to show you and maybe talk a bit about setup and adjustments on this KT301H mower, which gives you 3-meter cut, which is 9 feet and 10 inches. Like you can see, this setup is equipped with the hydro-pneumatic suspension system, and the cutter bar is installed centrally. So first we need to hook up the machine to the tractor's 3-point hitch. In order to do so, we need to attach lower link arms and then connect the top link. With this top link here, you will be able to set and adjust your cutting height. Once we have the machine hooked up to the tractor's 3-point hitch, we need to install PTO shaft. Remember that in some cases, PTO shaft needs to be cut to a certain length. Detailed instruction how to do it you can find in operator's manual. So the machine is attached to a tractor 3-point hitch. Then we need to connect the hydraulics. KT301H needs 2 sections in the tractor. Section 1, with those 2 hoses here, is responsible for operation of this pivot cylinder. Section number 2, with 1 hose, is responsible for putting the machine to transport position and putting the pressure into the hydraulic suspension system. Hydraulics is plumbed into the tractor. Next, we need to connect control panel and place the panel in the tractor's cab and tie those ropes to a transport latch and parking pole. So we have the machine on the tractor, all the wires, hoses are connected. The next thing that we need to remember is the clearance. So the distance from the ground to the pin should be about 45 centimeters, which is a foot and 5 inches. The clearance is adjusted and set. The other important factor is that we need to make sure that the headstock is level. Together with the machine, you will get a special spanner. This spanner is to get to the nuts and bolts in really hard to access places. KT301H, like you can see, is a centrally suspended machine. Centrally suspended means that the cutting unit is suspended centrally, which gives you exceptional ground following. Power is transferred via PTO shafts through the gearboxes to the cutter bar. This setup has got 2 PTO shafts and 2 gearboxes. The main PTO shaft is equipped with the friction clutch, where built-in one has no clutch. 2 gearboxes which are installed in this machine operate in oil. Oil type is 80-90. We recommend to change the oil after first 50 hours or after 500 hours, at least once a year. Remember about greasing the machine before every day's work. All the grease points are marked with this decal here. KT301H can be transported or on the side of the tractor or behind the tractor. To put the machine behind the tractor, we use this pivot cylinder here. It's a double acting cylinder which needs to be plumbed in to one section of the tractor. To the second section of the tractor, we have a lift cylinder hose connected. With this hose, we can rise and drop the cutting unit. And because this setup is a hydraulically suspended one, we can put the pressure into the system with this hose as well. We have a control panel and a hydraulic block here. By pressing the button on the panel, and when the diode is lit, we can put the pressure into the system, making the whole mower lighter or heavier, depending on the conditions. When you hit the button again and the diode is off, you can bring the machine to transport position. Pressure reading can be checked on the gauge which is installed on the mower frame. KT301H has a pivoting cylinder which allows the operator to put the machine behind the tractor, but the other function of this cylinder is a safety breakaway device. So when the machine has got any obstacle during operation, the cutting unit will fold back and rise for about 50 centimeters, which is a foot and 8 inches. And then once the obstacle is passed, the machine will reset itself. So there is no need of stopping and reversing the tractor. This safety hydraulic system has two hydraulic valves installed. One is on the cylinder and the other one is underneath the machine. With this one, you can adjust the force needed to engage the breakaway, which is factory set and shouldn't be changed because it may lead to damage of the machine and losing the warranty. With the second valve, which is underneath here, we can adjust the reaction time of the unit. Valve settings are preset in our factory and shouldn't be changed because it may lead to machine damage and voiding the warranty. The second cylinder installed in this machine is a lift cylinder. It is responsible for rising and lowering the cutting unit. Drop speed or rising speed can be adjusted with this choke valve here. Most of the gearboxes installed in SaMASZ machines are of the same or similar type. They operate in oil. Oil type which is used is 80W90. We've got 3 access points. One is the breather. We can top up the oil through that opening here. We have a check plug on the side which sets the oil level in the gearbox, and then we have a drain plug from the bottom. It is used to drain the oil from the gearbox. KT301H has a hydropneumatic suspension system, so it means that there is no support springs installed on the frame. Those 2 gas accumulators and the pressure in the hydraulic system work as a hydraulic gas spring. We are almost done. We have the machine attached to the tractor. Hydraulics, cords and wires are hooked up. The very last thing would be installation of protective canvas. We need to put the canvas on, secure it with the turnbuckles here and here, and strap it to the frame with those straps here. In order to reduce machine transport height, KT mower has got a foldable side guard which needs to be dropped down before working. Please keep in mind that protective canvas should go in between the railing and the front plate. KT301H as standard has a single SWAT guides installed. If you need to have the swath or the windrow more narrow, you can get double SWAT guides available as an option. So we've got everything hooked up. Side guard is dropped down, headstock height is set, hydraulics is connected to the tractor. The last thing is to rise and secure jack stand. So we got to the hayfield. The first thing that we need to do to start cutting is to put some pressure into the hydraulic system. In order to do that, we need to use this control panel. We need to hit the button. We can see lit green diode. It means that we can start putting pressure into the system. So we've got the pressure in the system. We can start cutting. In order to start cutting, we need to put the machine into headland mode. To do it, we need to pull the cord and put the pole in this position. That's the headland mode. It means that when you rise your cutting unit, it will stop at the headland height. KT mower range has got 3 transport positions. Position number 1 is on the side of the tractor. That is position number 2. And that's the position number 3. We recommend to use this position only to pass under a narrow bridge or low power lines. Machine has 3 hydraulic hoses, like I said at the beginning. 2 of them are for the pivoting cylinder and needs to be connected to one section. And the other one controls the lift cylinder, so you can put the machine from working mode. We've got the cutting unit on the ground, the catch is in headland position. We need to put the hydraulics, the lift cylinder, into floating position. We can start the PTO, and we need to slowly engage the RPMs until they reach 540, and we can start cutting. So when we finished cutting and we want to disconnect the machine from the tractor, we need to put the machine into parking mode. So we need to let go the catch on the machine. At this moment, that's the parking mode. The whole KT mower range has got a second support stand. The second support stand will keep the headstock level when you want to save some room and disconnect the machine from the tractor in this position. Thank you for your attention. Remember, in case of any doubts or concerns, always consult operator's manual or contact SaMASZ directly. Thank you.